Dear Mum and Dad, firstly, Christopher and I are settling in well. Since the day we left you both, I have been thinking about who would foster us and where we would live. At the train station, Christopher and I were shoved on the platform by crowds of frantic, frightened children. The train later arrived, and soon the streams of eager children pulled us away from you. A vast sea of smoke passed overhead as I craned my neck out of the window to catch a final glimpse of you. The train rumbled down the tracks and I slumped back in my seat, clutching Christopher's arm tightly. My eyes, which were briefly closed, opened. Christopher's cheek was cushioned in my hair as he snored away. Smoke-piped buildings, murky skies, and orangey-yellow flames faded into the distance, and stone pine trees appeared. The sky was cloudless, and the air was the freshest I'd ever known. Green leaves rustled on the train tracks as we continued past the open green fields. A buzz of excitement erupted throughout the train. Some children seemed to have worn themselves out and were now drooling on each other's shoulders. Eventually, Christopher woke. He pulled me closer and whispered that everything was going to be okay. After a while, the train screeched to a halt, juddering and shaking. Children began piling out of the train. I spotted Christopher by the door, beckoning me near. I grasped my suitcase, gas mask, and teddy and ran to join him. Together we joined the cluster of children strolling down the shadowed paths of the countryside. An overwhelming excitement burned in my soul, yet a faint roar of anxiety rung in my ears. My thoughts cleared as I watched the beauty around me. Amber and gold leaves whisked past us and birds chirped from the clear skies above. I began to feel a warmth in my heart, as if the war was over, as if the dread and woe had finally come to an end. I felt a hint of relief. Amid the crowd was a teacher called Miss Smith. She led us past large fields and crystal blue lakes until we reached the hall we'd be fostered from. Frightened, terrified, I grasped Christopher's hand. I trembled with fear as we entered the hall, despite the small grin plastered to my face. A million unblinking eyes were glaring intently in my direction. I gulped, digging my nails into Christopher's arm. As a middle-aged woman approached us, my heart immediately softened. She was tall and lean with graying hair. Her eyebrows were arched in such a way that made her seem soft, despite her poker-straight features. We began talking about ourselves. She soon decided to foster us. On the way to our new home, Mrs. McDonald explained that we'd have our own rooms and that curfew was 9 in the evening. Eventually, we arrived at a grand house with stone steps at the entrance and vines draped over the walls. Several hours later, Mrs. McDonald told us stories about her past. I felt a jolt of sadness when I thought about her late husband. He had shown to be a kind and caring man. I hope we'll see you again soon. Your daughter, Susan.